Mudbugs General Manager and the North American Hockey League General Manager of the Year, of the Franchise of the Year. Also,
there's a good one.
Scott Muscutt is here from the Mudbugs hockey team. League-wide Franchise of the Year. You were named General Manager of the Year. I think, was it Croy Evingson named Defenseman of the Year on the players' side?
Yeah.
You and I were talking in the office, I think it was a week or 10 days ago. I said, did this your first season as an expansion team in the NAHL? Did it exceed? Did you meet your expectations? Did you exceed them? And you said it exceeded them. And I thought, well, you usually set goals pretty high.
Right.
Tell me what you expected and why it turned out so good.
Well, I think that what we expected was that Shreveport would be a hockey town, just like Shreveport has been a hockey town since 1997. And what we hoped was that people would come out and give us one chance to show them that the building built in 1952 would be a great building to watch a hockey game, and that the area surrounding the building would be safe, and that the team that we put on the ice would be entertaining, and the league that we got them in would give them their hockey fix and then some. And I'll tell you, when it really hit for me was it was like 3 days before the Christmas break. I think it was Corpus again. God love those guys. I think it was Corpus that beat us like 5-2 at home right before Christmas. And I was out front shaking hands with everybody as they came out and doing what I always do, saying thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you coming to the game. And people were shaking my hand saying, no, thank you. That's the most fun we've had in a long time. And that's when it hit me. We got beat 5-2. 5-2 in our own building.
Still
and
having a
people
blast.
were leaving going, that's the most fun we've had in a long time.
Where do you go from here?
And this is the best part. We shot from the hip last year. Like last year, we were selling groups on Monday for Friday, which in the hockey business, you sell your groups and you set your dates like in June.
Sure.
But we were building the building.
I'm in the office last week or week before last, and you already up on the board have 2017, 2018, and half your season's already planned out.
Absolutely. Well, this was the cool thing, right? So the last 48 hours, we as a staff have spent 30 of those last 48 hours planning for next year. What are we doing on opening night? What are we doing on the second game, third game? We went through all 28 games with special themes and special groups and everything else coming. And at the end of our last session, we get this email. Congratulations, you guys are North American Hockey League Franchise of the Year.
Gee.
Which is pretty cool because we were sitting there the whole time saying we got to be better, 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 and somebody steps in and says, you guys were the best this year, and we're saying, no, not even close. It's a great start, but we believe that building is going to be sold out 28 hockey games a year. We set it up that way, and this year was just a true testimony that Shreveport is great for Mudbugs hockey.
Those of us not familiar with this team, this league, do you keep many of the same guys, or they're all gone?
We had a bunch of players that got Division I deals. We'll also have a couple of these guys go pro, but for the most part, we're probably going to have 10 or 12 guys back. Both of the coaches came in and said, they've both been in junior hockey for a while now, and they both came in and said, Muskie, this is absolutely unprecedented. When I said, what's going on, they were like, everybody wants to come back. We've got guys that have scholarships that want to push their scholarships back because they want to come back and play.
Wow.
And that just tells you how really special Shreveport makes these guys feel. And it's a ton of fun to, like, I did it in 1997, but I was 27 years old when I walked out that door. Like,
right.
You walk out that door and you high five, 200 people before you get on the ice. You feel like you're a rock star.
Sure.
Like, you just do. I did it this year. It was one of the few moments that I stopped and said, no, this is something outside of business I have to do.
Right.
And I watched those young men go out the doors, and the look on their face was priceless.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're high-fiving all these people, and I can tell that all of them are going to do exactly what I did, only I was 10 years older doing
Sure.
it. They're calling their parents when they get home to say, this was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.